morning, you lovely people. Welcome to our lovely church. Huge welcomes to every single one of you here tonight, and also to everybody watching online as well. Welcome this evening. Hello, Rebecca, Jacqueline and Dina. I can see that you're there. Thank you for joining us this evening. So we've got two lovely mediums in church. No, one lovely medium in church tonight and one lovely medium online for you. So huge welcome to Amanda Jane Wilson in church. Hello, well to be here. Thank you. And also to Deb Clarke online. Welcome, Deb. Can't see you yet, but I know you're down there waiting to join the service a little bit later on. So I will now hand over to Amanda in church just to open the service in prayer as we do each week. So we will just go into the quiet and remember that we will all say the Lord's Prayer together at the end of that prayer. I will pass over the thingy-majig to you, my lovely. Just clicks like that. You're all right for me to do it? Oh,
thank you. Thank you, everyone. If you'd like to join me in prayer, please. Thank you. Gracious Divine Spirit, we give thanks for being able to all come together this evening for this wonderful centre, this wonderful church, where I ask that I may be a channel for communication and to bring in proof of life after life, the eternal life, and that Spirit may talk through me in truth, in love and in light. I ask for healing to go out where it is needed, for all those in need, for all those that are in need of healing, those that are grieving, those that have lost people over to Spirit. I ask for all the animal kingdom and for Mother Nature, for the earth. And I ask for peace and for love to be in the minds and the hearts of those that govern our countries. I ask that this service is done in your name. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, and deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
thank you. Thank you. Is this all working for you tonight, Stan?
Yeah.
Lovely, that's good. Just how we like it. Right, okay, so as we do each week, we do light the candle in church. And we do this really as just like an invitation. You just take a moment to invite our loved ones in spirit to join us this evening, because that's what it's all about. And we also think about the light that we hold within us, possibly, trying to brighten that light a little bit. Sometimes it dims because life can feel hard sometimes, and we kind of crouch and we carry ourselves a little bit differently. So maybe take a moment and ask Spirit to help you to just let that light shine a little bit better, so that you feel better walking out this evening into your lives. And it's all about sharing that light, isn't it? We do our best as people, but it is difficult sometimes. So that's our little reminder to do that. Extend that light. May the lighting of this candle act as a flame of our intention to send that love and that peace energy out to the world as we go into our healing part of the service. So if you are new to us here at this church, or you've joined us for the first time online, healing is very, very important for us here. And we do this every week. We extend the invitation out to all of you in the congregation in church, and also everybody watching online. We ask that you join your energy in with this healing prayer, really. We're sending that love and that prayer out to all those that need or may benefit from some healing tonight. And there are many, many people that need it. So even if you can't necessarily think of someone in your life that might need some healing at the moment, focus on that love energy and sending that light out to the world, because there are many, many people tonight that are struggling. Perhaps they're homeless, Perhaps they're caught up in the conflict and wars that are going on. There's lots of that at the moment. So we're sending that love and that energy out, and we really do truly believe that that energy is felt where we send it. So it might not be that they all of a sudden feel perfectly fine and everything's gone and that their lives improve to a point that there's no problem, but it might just give them a feeling of comfort in that moment. It might just ease a little bit of suffering in their mind. It might just soften the pain that they're feeling in the moment that you're sending that energy. So it's really, really, really important that you know how powerful you are as individuals. So we do lots of this in churches and centres, but you can send this love from, sitting in your chair at home. So, so important. We believe that, thoughts are an energy and they can go out into the world. So that's what we're going to do now. So I will read the names from our church healing book in church. I'll also ask those of you watching online to just add any names in there that you'd like to be read out also. And if you haven't had a chance to pop the names in here, just think of that person in your own thoughts now, because that will be heard, that energy will go to them. So I will begin by reading out the names that we've got here, and then I'll offer a healing prayer. And then once we've finished that prayer, we'll just go into a minute of silence. And that's your time then to focus on love. Think of your loved ones in your mind during that minute silence and just send that energy out. I'm sure you'll feel it when you connect, you'll feel it. It's a beautiful feeling. Okay, so tonight through our joint prayer, we place in God's care all those that we come to name and think of now. We ask for healing for Darren, for Claire, Derrin, Lorraine, Tanya, Andrea, Sarah Hall, Linda, Chris, Merlin, Matt, Alan the cat, David, Sonic the bird, John Cook, Lucy, Toby, Katie, Nadia, Ben, Janice, Dennis, Glenn, Donna, Susan, Amanda, Ian, Alison Lay, Linda Weeks, Kelly, Annabelle and Bobby, Julie, Martin, Billy, Chris and Gary, Peggy, Carol and Bill, Charlie and Mark, Margaret Knight, June, Joan, Heather, Veronica, Charlie's children and her cat for progression, Rebecca Whelan, the Coker family, and their son Jeff, who's passed to spirit. Healing for war-torn countries. Dee and David Hunt, the Animal Kingdom. Erica, Peter, Caroline and family, and Debbie. Dear Heavenly Father, as we come together in church and online this evening, we ask to be used as channels for healing energy. We've opened our hearts and we're focusing our whole mind and our being on love and on healing, sending positive energy out to those in need tonight. And we ask in prayer tonight, loving Father, that you join with us and help all those that we've named tonight and those that we think of in our minds now. We ask that they be surrounded by your love and your light. We ask that they receive your healing, that they feel comforted and eased by it. And of course, we ask for all those around the world who are suffering at this time, that they too receive the power of your healing. We send healing thoughts out to our animal kingdom, to the world of nature and to our planet. We pray for all suffering to end, for people and countries to unite in love and in peace. Please bless, loving Father, all those joining in this prayer tonight. We ask that they too receive. We ask all of this, of course, in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
So we'll now have that 1 minute silence. When that's broken, we'll sing the hymn Gracious Spirit in the front of your hymn books. Thank you. We will now be joined by Peter for this evening's Bible reading. Thank you, Peter.
I thought Margaret was going to do it.
Maybe next week, Margaret.
A few years ago. Hello, man.
Hello,
Nice to see you. Evening, all. Nice to see you all here. Welcome to those online. In tonight's reading, we're talking about faith. Faith is a very important thing, but to have faith, it's got to be without conditions. The faith of the centurion and the Good Samaritan are two very special Bible stories as they describe the true meaning of brotherhood and God's second commandment of love for each other. Tonight's reading is of the Good Samaritan. But I would like to remind you of another third one, which is the one of the woman who had been bleeding for 12 years. And she said, if I could only touch his clothes, I would be healed. And that, I believe, is a true matter of faith without conditions. Tonight's reading, the faith of the centurion, from Luke chapter 7, is also in Matthew 8, 15 to 13. The prime message is the power of faith. We covered many examples of faith in last year's reading. But tonight, I would like to draw your attention to another important part of the reading, that of brotherhood. I'd also draw your attention to Luke 10, our reading back in July, the parable of the Good Samaritan, where we talked of our neighbour. Both requirements placed on each of us, God's second commandment, love thy neighbour as thyself, and reconfirm that every time we say the Lord's Prayer. Although there are many different examples of brotherhood in the New Testament, I feel these are good examples of relationships to start off the year as we embrace relationships between people, countries, nations, and regulations. The Good Samaritan answers, who is to many neighbours, using 3 examples: a priest, a Levite, and a Samaritan. Whereas the centurion, an officer of very high rank, showed concern for his servant of low rank, such that he sought the very best treatment for his servant and sent some others to Jesus for his help. He himself did not feel worthy to approach Jesus, but he faithfully believed that Jesus would heal his servant. In both cases, and in a different manner, a centurion and a Samaritan went out of their way to give help to another in brotherly love. There's much more in the 2 readings of the centurion, Luke and Matthew, that may lead through to the many situations around today that are in need of brotherly love, or TLC. There are people things, there are country to country, nation to nation things. There are relationship things, where the ultimate solution is faith and brotherhood, a brotherhood of nations. Let the next year be to look into our own brotherhood for others. Tonight's reading, Luke chapter 7, the faith of the centurion. When Jesus had finished saying all things to the people who were listening, he entered Capernaum. There a centurion's servant, whom his master valued highly, was sick and was about to die. The centurion heard of Jesus and sent some elders off to Jesus to ask him to come and heal his servant. When they came to Jesus, they pleaded earnestly with him, "This man deserves to have you to do this, because he loves our nation and he has built our synagogues." So Jesus went with them. He was not far from the house when the centurion sent friends to say to him, "Lord, don't trouble yourself, for I do not deserve to have you come under my roof. That is why I did not even consider myself worthy to come to you. But to say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I myself are a man under authority, with soldiers under me. I tell this one, go, and he goes, and that one, come, and he comes. I say to my servant, do this, and he does it." When Jesus heard this, he was amazed at him, and turning to the crowd following, he said, "I tell you, I have not found such great faith ever in Israel." Then the man who had been sent returned to the house and found the servant well. God bless that reading, and thank you.
Yes. Yeah, you did. Did you forget?
Yeah. I'm unhitched.
I did it so smoothly, you didn't
You
even
were so
notice.
good. Yeah, you were so
good
good.
at this. Thank you, Peter. That was really lovely. We will now say goodbye to everybody watching online here in church. So on behalf of everybody here at Thundersley, thank you for joining us. Your service will continue with Rob and Deb Clarke. So over to you, Rob and Deb. Good night.
Hello everybody. I think Rob's left me to it. Hope you're okay. I'm Deb, and what we're going to do, you obviously know, I think there's quite a few people. I can see some of the comments, so hopefully I will be able to pick up when you're speaking when you're speaking to me. So what we're going to do, I don't know if there's anybody brand new here, but if there is, all we're going to do is some mediumship. So that's having a chat with some of your loved ones in the spirit world. And that's all I do. I just repeat exactly what they say. All I ask is for you to go and check it. If you don't understand it, just hold it, go and check it out, and you'll find where it is. Also, if we give you names, dates are going to be anniversaries, birthdays or passings, just check them out as well. There's quite a few people on at the moment, I think. Sometimes I'll go direct to the person because I can see the comment. And sometimes I will give the information and hopefully somebody will be able to tap up. If you understand it, tap up as quickly as possible. Hopefully you can hear me okay as well, because the sound was a bit dodgy earlier on, but hopefully it would have improved. So right, let's just start, because I can't see anybody I'm drawn to at the moment, but I've got a lady who's shouting the name Jackie. So if anybody could take Jackie in spirit, let me know, because I don't think it's for somebody on here called Jackie, because I can't see a Jackie on here. But if anybody's got a lovely lady in spirit called Jackie, let me know. Okay, and we'll see what we can get from Jackie, who wants to speak to a lady by the look of it as well. She's doing a lot of this, so I know that somebody, when they speak, they hold their hands like this a little bit as well, because she's making me do this kind of thing. Okay, so somebody's got the habit, unless Jackie had the habit of holding her hands like this, clasping her hands when she spoke. She's also telling me that Jackie has brought her dad through. So there's a dad in spirit as well. So you've got to have a Jackie in spirit, but also your dad that's gone to spirit as well. Apparently Jackie is here to help your dad come through. So this is not, he hasn't been in spirit for a long time by the look of it. Jackie, I can see Jackie Mercer there. Jackie, have you got a dad in spirit? But anyway, this lady is talking about bringing a dad through in spirit that hasn't been in spirit a long time. He's been in over a year, but he hasn't been up there a long time. So he's quite new to this. So this lady who's shouting Jackie is helping him to come through. So also the dad's telling me also that he didn't believe in this kind of thing when he was here. Okay, Jackie. So if you can understand that I have a dad in spirit, but since 13. Okay. We'll go a bit further then, Jackie, see what he says. You've been playing with your hair, because ever since I've been speaking to your dad, he's been scratching my head. So if you've been doing a bit of this recently, Jackie, it's probably because he's trying to get through to you or let you know that he's around. Okay then. So Jackie, okay. I don't know what you mean by my sister. Just put what you mean by my sister and some of the comments. I forgot to tell you, don't just say yes. Put what you're saying yes to. Okay, come on then, Dad. He's also telling me, Jackie, that he's got a Margaret in spirit as well. So Margaret wants to say hello while your dad's chatting. Now, your dad's talking about the month of April means something to you. And also the month of January will mean something to you as well. So that'll be an anniversary, birthday or passing. He's also, I've just said he's talking about a baby that's coming, but he's also bringing a link to twins in your family as well. So somebody, there's a link somewhere to twins, but there are also, he's telling me, that there are 2 babies in spirit as well. There are 2 babies that have gone to spirit. It's just letting you know, Jackie, that the babies are okay as well. Okay. He's just said to me, a fortune teller. Somebody thinks they're a fortune teller, he's saying. So I don't know who that is around you, Jackie, that your dad's been watching, but he's talking about somebody telling fortunes around you, and somebody he must know that's got a crystal ball. Somebody has got a crystal ball. Don't worry about the one. There'll be another one as well, Jackie. If he's telling me 2, there'll be 2. You'll just have to think about it. But he's talking about somebody that's got an interest in the crystal ball as well around you as well. So he's just saying I'm aware of that as well. The time has come for a change, he's just said to me, Jackie. The time has come for a change. He says, get out of the normal routine, he's saying. It's as if he's talking about somebody that's got themselves into this routine, and he's talking about getting a little bit of variety. He's talking about that. Variety is the spice of life, he's just said. Oh, you're Jackie's sister, are you, Dee? Okay, that's fine. He's talking about variety is the spice of life. He's just, apparently, Dean, you need a little bit of healing. He's just said that. He's just said, you need a little bit of healing, Dee. So he wants to give you a little bit of healing. In fact, he's telling me that it's your dad's mom that's giving the healing. So she must be good at healing. But he's just talking about a little bit of healing there for Dee. He's been listening to a conversation about some children around you. There's something about a change of schools or something like that, something around a change of school that's going on around you that your dad's been listening to, Jackie. So watch for that as well. He just keeps talking at the moment about this new baby that's coming around you, Jackie. He's quite excited about this new baby. So watch for that. Now, I've got to give you some healing in your hands as well, Jackie. So you must have a little bit of healing in your hands. He's talking about that. And he's also talking to me about, oh, hang on, he's changed it. He's talking now. He's talking about somebody, Jackie, that likes angel delight around you. Somebody likes the angel delight, but it's watch for it, Jackie, it'll come. He's talking about the strawberry flavored angel delight. Somebody likes that, and he's just said to me, I'm aware of that as well. Somebody wants a dog, he's saying. Somebody wants a dog. So he's just saying, I'm aware of somebody that around you that's been talking about getting a dog. He's also talking about I don't know what he means here, because he's talking about a rabbit, but I don't know whether he means I'll tell you what he's showing me, Jackie. He's talking about a rabbit down. Hang on a minute. It's because he's quite new. He's not talking quick enough for me. He's talking about a rabbit down here that somebody's got. And it's like he's been watching somebody cleaning out their rabbit and putting loads of straw and hay in or something like that. But he's talking about rabbits to me at the moment as well. He's just said to me, Polly, put the kettle on. Polly, put the kettle on. We'll all have tea. I think somebody used to sing that, but he's also talking to me about a lady down here that likes her tea as well. But it's got to be proper tea. It's not tea bags. It's got to be proper tea. All right. So he's talking to me about that as well. Okay. Anything else? Just wanted to pop in and say hello. I know that's quite a quick message, but just wanted to pop in and say hello. I don't know how old you are, Jackie or Dee, but he's talking to me about the old pound note. I don't know if you remember the old pound notes. He's just mentioned that as if somebody's got one still. So I don't know if you're aware of that. He just wants to mention that. He just wants to, he's come, he says, because he knows that you've been speaking about him and he wants to let you know that he is listening. He's just said to me, I am aware that they've been talking about me and I wanted to let them know that I'm still here and I'm still listening. Okay. Anything else? He says he's going now, but he will be back. He's saying he will be back. He's just said to me, I'll be back with a longer message next time if I can, he's saying. Okay. So I hope that was okay for you. He's just really just popped in to say hello and let you know that he's around you. Have you got the robin yet? He's talking about a robin as well. So watch for the robin coming your way as well, Jackie and Dee as well. Okay. So I hope that was okay for you. Is that where it was? Very quiet. That's why he's, I'm struggling a little bit. But he's lovely. But he's just got to learn to get a little bit quicker. But he's lovely. But he's blowing your kisses. So I hope that was okay for you, Jackie. Blowing your kisses. That's what I'm doing now. Okay. Sarah. Where's Sarah? Oh, Sarah. I've gone straight to Sarah. Sarah, I've got a nan. Sarah Ann, I think it is. I don't know if there's another Sarah on here, but I've got a lovely nan in spirit that's just shouted, go to Sarah for me. She says, go to Sarah. So Sarah Ann, if this is for you, this is a lovely nan on your mom's side. So a lovely nan, Sarah, on your mom's side that wants to give you a hug. You must need a big hug at the moment because she's come pretty close to me because I'm going really cold. And she wants to give you a big hug. She's just said she's in need for a hug. She's in need for a hug. She's in need for a little bit of love. That's exactly what she's saying. She's in need for in need of a little bit of love, she's saying. Oh, you need to take time out for yourself, she's saying, Sarah. She's making a point like this, Sarah. You need to take time out for yourself, she's saying. Have a little bit of a break, she's saying. Have a little bit of a break. She says, oh, there's a house move coming up. There's a house move coming up, Sarah. I don't know if it is you, but it's somebody close. She's not actually saying it's you. She's saying, oh, there's a house move coming up. She's saying, watch for that because you'll have some involvement in it. Oh, it's a family house move. So you're going to have some involvement in this house move, Sarah, that your nanny's talking about as well. Now, there's a baby with your nan in spirit as well. She just wants to bring forward the baby. And she's also, okay, then watch for the other move because she's talking to me about a house move that's coming up, Sarah. So watch for somebody else moving. Okay, there should be, she's talking about spiritual things going on in your house, Sarah. So things being moved, so that spirit let you know that they're around. That's what she's doing, letting you know that they're around. That's what she's talking about. Oh, there's a wedding coming up, she's saying as well. There's a wedding coming up. So watch for the wedding. I'm going into next year with this wedding. So watch for this wedding. She's bringing that as well. She's just said to me also, there's further study to be done, Sarah. So she's putting books into your hands as if you're going to be doing further study. It's like you're upskilling in something you already know, but you're upskilling in it. So watch for that coming round and about you as well, she's saying. When she comes around you, she likes her flowers, does your nan, because she's bringing around roses around you. So if your nan's around you, she'll be able to smell like roses. But she's also talking to me about lavender. Okay. Also talking to me about lavender as well. Now, she wants me to give you lavender because she's talking about, she's just said to me, your sleep pattern has gone out of sync a little bit. Okay. Your sleep pattern is going out of sync. So she's giving you the lavender to help you with that. She's actually bringing, I don't know if you deal with essential oils as well, Sarah, because she's bringing some of that round with you as well, because she's got the little drops, you know, like lavender or whatever it is. She's bringing out the little drops you put on things, but it looks like essential oil. She's also giving you that to you as well. Okay. There's somebody pregnant, she's saying. They must be in the early stages because she's not told me there's a baby coming, but she's telling me there's somebody pregnant at the moment and she just wants to talk about that as well. Anything else? Margaret from Spirit wants to say hello to you as well. And also Joan. She's given me the name Joan as meaning something as well. She's calling somebody down here, or two people down here, the gruesome twosome. She's having a laugh about it, you know. Oh, the gruesome twosome are coming. She's that type of thing. But there's two people that are quite close down here that she's having a laugh. Okay, she's having a laugh as the gruesome twosome, as she's calling it as well. Now, I don't know if you do the cards, Sarah, but because she's giving me like the tarot cards and the angel cards around you as well. She's just bringing that in as well. Okay, just bringing that in, the gruesome twosome. There's a male around you, Sarah. So I don't know if it's because you've just mentioned your uncle, but there is a male around you that your nan says he's having trouble with her back. I'm having to stretch my back a little bit. And she's talking about just this problem with her back. It's not serious. It's just that she wants to mention it, and she's giving a little bit of a healing. If I haven't given you January, she's talking about January means something. She says she's popped in because she's been spoken about recently. Okay. And also somebody has looked at her photograph recently as well. And also she knows that somebody has also lit a candle in her memory as well. So she wants to say thank you for that as well. Okay. Anything more? She's no, I'm going to see Jack now. Whoever Jack is, Sarah, your nanny's off to see Jack, whoever that is. All right, I think I'm on to the next message. Unless you can take Barbara in spirit. I've got another lady called Barbara as well. So I hope that was okay for you. She's blowing you kisses. She's like this in slow motion, Sarah, your nan. She's doing this type of thing in slow motion. That's what she's doing to make me blow you kisses. She's waving now. So I hope that was okay for you. Right, lovely mom here. Mom here wants to say hello. Her name is Barbara. So if anybody's got Barbara in spirit, let me know. She's lovely. She's telling me, I know what she's not telling me what she passed with, but Barbara is talking about her blood pressure going up and down, up and down, up and down. So if anybody could take a lovely mom in spirit called Barbara, that had problems with her blood pressure when she was here as well. And she's talking about not being they couldn't control her blood pressure or something. They had problems with the medication because they had to try and suss out which was better. So they had problems with their medication, and it's something to do with the blood pressure going up and down. They couldn't control it. And this is Barbara in spirit that I'm talking to. So if anybody could take Barbara, let me know. She's lovely. She wants to, I don't know if she was a hugger when she was here, but she wants to hug people. She's talking about hugging people. Is this you, Sandra, is it? My mum in spirit. See, I don't know, unless you put the full, the sentence, I can take my mum's Barbara in spirit. I don't know whether it's you, Sandra. If it is you, if you're talking about Barbara, Sandra, tap up a message so that I know I'm with you, and I'll give you a little bit more. Barbara's also talking to me about April. You can take it. Okay, Sandra. I'll come to you then, Sandra. Your mum's talking about the month of April, and also the month of June means something to you as well. And she's talking, the first thing she's talking to me about is she's been listening to somebody that's been talking about going on a cruise. So somebody down here has been discussing going on a cruise, and she's been listening to that. And she's also talking to me about Italy. Somebody wants to go to Italy. Now, with the Italy, she's gone straight from Italy straight over to pizzas. Okay, so I don't know what the connection is there. I think it's because somebody loves their pizzas, but she's also talking about homemade pizzas as well. So someone must love their homemade pizzas, Sandra, or just love pizzas. And she's just noting that. But there is going to be a link to Italy as well. Somebody would love to go to Italy. Okay. Come on then, lovely. She's doing this. I don't know what you've been doing with your hair, Sandra, but she's, or if it's you or somebody else, but she's telling me that she's been watching somebody that's been doing things. Oh, right. Okay. So she's aware of that. Your mum says she's been watching somebody that's been playing with their hair. They must be thinking about having their hair cut in a different style. It's like they're tucking it behind their ears, or they've just been doing this type of thing, and she's been watching somebody. So perhaps it's you. I don't know if you've been playing with your hair. She's making me kind of tuck it behind my ears, Sandra, a little bit like this. You can see what I'm doing. So she's obviously been watching somebody doing that. She's also talking about, and I don't know if it's the same person or somebody different, somebody that when they put hairspray on, they give it this shh like this, and it's as if they want it to, it's almost like mousse, but they're putting a lot of hairspray in it to keep the hold, she's just said to me. All right, so she's having a bit of a giggle about that as well. She's just changing the subject. She's just said to me, Sandra, there's a mouse about the house. All right, so watch. I'm hoping this is a memory for you, and it's not going to happen, because she's talking about a little mouse that's got that's a bit okay. There's a little mouse that's got loose in the house. All right, I don't know whether it's a pet one or one that's come in, but she's talking about that. She just said to me, there's a moose around the house. That's what she's just said. So I'd watch for the mouse. Hopefully it's in the past. She's now gone on to drain pipes, Sandra. Okay, and in the garden. She's now gone on to drain pipes, but not drain pipes. Oh, hang on a minute. She's made me say that. There is a blockage. I thought she meant under the sink, Sandra, but suddenly she's made me change my words to drain pipe. So I think she means it's on the outside where there's a little bit of blockage. Hang on a minute. Oh, she's going up the drain pipe to the guttering. So somebody's got a problem up there, or hopefully did have a problem, but somebody's got a problem with a little bit of a blockage in their guttering that's gone down to the drain pipe. So watch for that. She's bringing that. She's just said to me, I've got Betty in spirit with me. And I've also got a Tom in spirit with me that wants to be remembered as well. All the old names. Betty, Tom, and also Jack in spirit wants to be remembered to you as well. She wants me to give you, Sandra, she wants me to give you Macmillan. But it's like raising funds for Macmillan. So somebody's either been raising funds for them, or they're going to be thinking of raising funds. So watch for that as well. She's also talking about to me about Austria. So watch for the link to Austria as well, Sandra, that she's talking about. It's like somebody wants to go there. There's something nice coming up for you, Sandra. It must be a holiday or something like that. She's crossing dates off a calendar to go forward, which means to me there's something nice coming up for you. She's talking about that. And there's also there is a nursing link in your family as well. I don't know if you're aware of it, but she wants me to tell you there is a nursing link in our family. She says there is a nursing link in our family. Is it your son? Okay, so she probably wants to mention him. Hang on, she probably does now. She's got me to your son. Communication going backwards and forwards. Communication going backwards and forwards. She's saying there needs, apparently, she's just made me say there needs to be some more communication going backwards and forwards. So watch for that as well, Sandra. She thinks there needs a little bit more. Okay. Before she goes, she says, I just want to mention Christmas, she's saying. I just want to mention Christmas. And it's like she's making your table bigger to fit more people in. So I'll be aware of that, Sandra. Either you going somewhere or people coming to you where there's going to be more than everybody thought. I think that's what she means. Okay. Watch for me, she's saying. I'll give you signs. She's not telling me what signs, I'm afraid, Sandra. She likes to play with hair. She's giving me the memory of somebody doing this type of thing with their hair. So watch for the signs when she's around. All right, and things being moved. She's talking about things being moved. So I think she's going to go now. So I'll leave that with you, Sandra. I'll leave her love with you. She's going now. She's just said to me, I've got to make more room for more people, she's saying. So she's leaving that with you, Sandra. I hope that was okay. Blowing your kisses again. They always make me blow people kisses. Sometimes they do it in weird ways. Sometimes it's just normal. So she just wants me to say bye from your mom. Bye from your mom, Sandra. Okay, let's see who I've got now. I've got Nan and Grandad now. A lovely Nan and Grandad. I've got a lovely Nan and Grandad that are coming in. They're not very tall, but they're lovely. It's got, well, I shouldn't really call it the typical granddad, really. He's got his little flat cap on. He's got his wife with him. And I know they were married for a very long time. He's told me 60 years. So it must be 60 something years. So they're together now in spirit, and they've come along. They've just said to me, we've come along as one. We've come along as one. So this lovely Nan and Grandad, who I know were together for a long time down here. The Grandad is telling me he did serve in the war. He's going back. I don't know which war it was, to be honest. World War II, I think. But anyway, he did serve in the war. He was in the Army Corps. He's calling it the Corps. I don't know if that's right. The Army Corps. He was in that. And there is a link to nursing as well. I think the Nan has got a possible link to nursing because she's talking to me about nursing. So if anybody can take this lovely Nan and Grandad, they aren't very tall, but they've really got a strong bond, a very strong bond. There is a picture of them somewhere on their wedding day because they're showing me a picture of themselves on their wedding day as well, a black and white picture. So somebody's been looking at that or has pointed something out on this photograph, because they're bringing up the photograph as well. Come on, Nan. The Grandad is talking about a link to the name Trevor. So I don't know if Trevor's down here that they link to, but they're mentioning Trevor because they're trying to get me to get to the right person pretty quick. So have a link. If you've got a Trevor in your family or you know of a Trevor, this is for you. So it could be you, could it, Rose? It sounds like yours. We'll give you a little bit more, Rose, but he's talking about his cap. He's very gentlemanly as well. All right, very gentlemanly as well. He's talking about that. Very polite as well. It's the old-fashioned in me, he's just said to me. But he had a good sense of humour as well. I'm just trying to find out where I am at the moment. He had a good sense of humour as well. Ted and Gretna, short people, Grandad had a flat cap. I don't know who I'm with yet. Had a shirt, suspenders. All right, always. He was the best. Hang on a minute. Trevor was a family friend. So it might be you, is it, Rose? Okay, so I'm probably going to you then, Rose, with the Trevor, if you can take the nan and the granddad. Coming to you then, Rose. They're talking about a mom. The granddad is talking about a mom, Rose, that needs a little bit healing at the moment. All right, so I don't know whether it's your mum or a mum around you that needs some healing at the moment. So that's what they're bringing in as well. No, it's not for you, Charlie. I think I'm with more with Rose, because they've narrowed it down by shouting at me, Trevor, just to get to the right person. But as I was saying, Rose, they're talking about this mum that needs some healing. Okay, all right. Thanks, Sarah. Anyway, come on then, lovely. I can't make my mind which one's talking at the moment. For his short sleeves, thank you. Okay then, Rose, we'll stay with you. He's also talking to me, Rose, about nice clean shoes as well. He's polishing his shoes. So I know that when he was here, he used to keep his shoes nice and clean, and he's talking about that. And he's talking about take your shoes off before you get into the house. Take your shoes off before you get into the house. And he's telling me that somebody down here has been told recently to take their shoes off before they come into a house, and that's why he's having a bit of a giggle. He's just said to me, January means something to you, and also March means something to you as well. He's talking to me. Do you know these I don't know how old you are, Rose, but he's talking about they used to call is it you, winkle pickers? You know, the men used to have really, I'm doing this to show you the points at the front of the shoes now. They're really pointy shoes, and your granddad's talking to me about those. So at some stage, okay, yeah, at some stage he's talking about knowledge of these winkle picker shoes. He's bringing that. I'm going to your nan now. Your nan's talking. Now your nan is talking about dancing, Rose. She's trying to get me to dance. So I think she must have enjoyed her dancing, but she also wants me to say to you, Rose, get your dancing shoes on. Okay, get your dancing shoes on, Rose. Sometimes when they say that to me, they're trying to get you out and about a little bit more, but get your dancing shoes on. She's also, and he's also talking about I don't know whether it's you, Rose. She's been watching somebody that actually dances a little bit in the living room, or when they're doing cleaning or something like that. You can see me, I'm polishing and I'm dancing at the same time. And she's obviously aware of somebody that does that as well. She just said to me, I've got that collie dog up here with me. I've got that collie dog up here with me. She's saying, so she's talking about the collie dog. Now, as I'm talking to you, Rose, your nan's making me almost close one eye. It's as if my eyes got a little bit stuck, or maybe it's a bit sticky or something. So she's talking about somebody with a problem with one of their eyes where it closes a little bit or gets a little bit sticky. She's bringing that as well. Watch yourself, she says, Rose. Watch yourself. We don't want you tripping up. We don't want you tripping up. And you know what it is, Rose? It's over carpets, rugs, when they're curled up a little bit at the end. Just watch yourself around rugs. She's talking to me about that. Okay, so watch yourself around rugs, the turning up bit. It is in the house as well. So just be aware that she's mentioned that as well. Okay. She wants me to give you Scarlett O'Hara, Rose. I never know what they mean when they give me her, and I get her quite a lot. Scarlett O'Hara. I know she was in the film Wuthering Heights. Oh, she's just talking to me about that film, because she's talking about the romantic side of it. So I don't know if you need a bit of romance, Rose, or something, but or whether your nan used to like her. But she's just, I don't know what she means with Gone with the Wind and Scarlet, but she wants me to give you that. She also wants to link you with Blackpool. She's talking to me about Blackpool. There's a memory of Blackpool and playing slot bingos or something. You know those where you go like this with the bingo, where you cover the bingo numbers? She's doing that with me at the moment. So there's a link to Blackpool. She's also linking you to Tyneside. I don't know where that actually is, but I need to. Oh, right. Okay. Scarlet. Okay. Tyneside, she's linking me to that. Now, your nan's playing with my nose an awful lot, Rose. So I think when spirit are around you, they will be very annoying, and you'll be forever doing this type of thing. In fact, your dad comes around you a lot, Rose, and he does a lot of this, playing with your nose. So I'd watch for that as well. And I don't know what he's doing, Rose, your dad. Somebody used to flick people, and it is actually flicking them. You know, I don't know whether they used to flick them on the arm or, oh, right, okay. So she's letting you know she's been round there, isn't she, Rose? Tyneside and Blackpool. But your dad's doing this kind of flicking thing. So I don't know whether it was him that had the habit of just annoying people and flicking them, or whether somebody else does it, but he's doing that to me. But he wants to say hello. Is it your brother that did it? He wants to say hello. Apparently, your brother needs a bit of healing, so I've just been told. That's probably why they want me to get to your brother. But apparently, your brother needs a little bit of healing. Your dad, your nan, your granddad, they want to let you know they're around, but they're also letting you know that they're around everybody. Oh, did he? They're around everybody. So they want to let you know they're around the whole family. They go and see the whole family. Also, Rose, you've got a link to Australia. They've just took me over to Australia. Okay, so watch for the link there as well. I've got somebody, it's your granddad now that's talking. He's showing me somebody with one of those Australian hats with the corks on it. So I don't know what the link is there, but he's showing me the Australian hat with the corks on. I think somebody used to have one, but he's bringing that to you as well. Okay. They just wanted to say hello like everybody else. Watch yourself on your step and your, your rugs, Rose. But they just wanted to say hello. They've actually said they've come because there's been a lot of family reminiscing, apparently. So people have been talking about those in spirit and also been thinking about them and sending the prayers up as well. And that's their reason for coming. All right. So I think they're going to go now. Keep talking to us, they say. Keep talking to us, Rose. We do hear you. So keep talking to us. Okie dokie. So I'll leave their love with you, Rose. You've got a lot of people up there. Right, I've got somebody's husband now, but I don't know where he's going to go to. Okay. I have got somebody's husband. I don't know where I am on here yet. Somebody's husband, and he tells me that whoever he belongs to have been holding his photograph like I'm doing here, but holding it to the chest. Okay. Oh, that's good then, Rose. Glad you got it. Yeah, somebody's husband who says that his wife here has been holding his photograph recently close to their chest. So that's who we're looking for. He's talking to me about random stuff at the moment, as they do. But this lovely husband is talking about I've still got this photograph, by the way. That's why I'm holding my hand here, because he's making me hold his photograph. He's talking to me about a link with, I think this was the 60s, because he's talking to me about beehive haircuts when they had them like this, a beehive haircut. So he's going back to that kind of time as well as this husband. He's lovely. And he's also talking to me about the dancing as well, like they did it. Oh. He knows of them. He's talking to me about the jive. He's talking to me about dancing. He's talking to me about jiving. He's talking to me about the 60s and the beehive haircut. He's also talking to me about a link to nursing as well. So there's a link to nursing in the family. He's just said to me somewhere. In fact, he's telling me that somebody down here, and he's saying maybe thinking about going into nursing. So somebody's thinking about it or looking into it at the moment. He's aware of that, is this husband. I don't know if we've got anybody yet. By the look of it, we haven't. Come on then, lovely. He's also talking to me about the name Bernadette will mean something as well. So the name Bernadette will mean something. He's also been listening. I'm sorry, I'm still holding my hands like this because he's still holding the photograph. So somebody's been doing this quite a lot. And somebody tells me has also lit a candle for him recently as well. All right. Yeah, like I say, he's talking about Bernadette, and he's also talking to me about, he's been listening to a conversation about new carpets. Somebody's wanting new carpets. Somebody's had this conversation about, shall we have some new carpets? All we could do with new carpets, they're wearing a bit thin. They're wearing a little bit thin. So he's been listening to that conversation, but if nobody can take it, I will move on, because it might be somebody that watches later on. So if there's nobody, I don't think there is at the moment. I can't see any comments. Is this your Steve? Jackie? She gone, Jackie? No, I don't know. Maybe they've lost connection. We'll move on then from this lovely husband that belongs to somebody. But if anybody does watch this and they've, you know, they can take it and they've been holding their husband's photograph close like this, and they can see whatever else, they can take whatever else I've said, give me a shout. Hopefully somebody on here will pick it up in a minute, because I think there's a little bit of a delay. Right, who we got next? Betty. I've got Betty here. Debbie, is it for you? Oh, it's all right, I'm reading the comments. Debbie, it's for me. Jackie, is it for you, is it? Can you take it all then, can you? All right then, Jackie Foster, have you been holding your hubby's photograph like, oh, he's just gone, that's the one, that's it, so it must be for you, Jackie, but he's talking about holding the photograph. Okay, all right then, so he's coming to you. He's talking about also, Jackie, that you've been sensing him around. Also, you should be able to smell him, Jackie. I don't know where he's coming with because he's not telling me, but he's talking about she should be able to smell me, and she should be able to sense me around as well. And there's something also, Jackie, about a candle that he's talking about blowing out. So it's as if you've put a candle on. If you haven't yet watched it, put a candle on and it's got blown out for no apparent reason. So he'll probably try and do that if he hasn't already. Somebody needs to blow their tyres up on their car, he's saying. Somebody needs to check the air in their tyres and also check the oil. He's going around somebody's car at the moment, Jackie, talking about, has it just gone out? Okay, so I'm with you then. But he's talking about somebody checking their tyres and also checking their oil. In fact, it may well be that somebody's car needs a service, Jackie, because he's talking to me about somebody's car needing a service. So watch for that. You know, when your car makes a funny noise, Jackie, as it going along, he's going with me. It makes a noise a bit like this, like tick, 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 tick. I don't know what it is, Jackie, but he's made me do that noise as if there's a kind of a ticking noise going on. I know it's not serious, but he's saying it's quite annoying. It's quite annoying, he's saying. And I don't know whether this is a separate car that he's talking about, but he's talking about things dangling from somebody's mirror, okay, and swaying about. Somebody's got something in their car attached to their mirror that sways around a lot, and he's just having a little bit of a giggle about that. Oh, what's he trying to do? Yeah, look out, because you'll know who he's talking about. Somebody, it must be in the family, Jackie. You know how it works. You'll probably come across it. Now, he's also playing with my hair as well. So I don't know what he's doing to your hair, Jackie, if you're doing a little bit like this. He's like trying to wind you up a little bit. So if you're ever doing this type of thing, Jackie, that'll be him playing around as well. He's also talking about coming in your dreams. You know that spirit, if they want to get hold of you, they will come in your dreams. So if you're having a vivid conversation with somebody from spirit, that'll be a visit. He's trying to let you know that he's around. That's what he's doing. So watch for that as well. He's just said to me, I've got Betty up here with me. So you should know of a Betty. And I've also got John. He's talking about the name John means something as well. He's just said to me, there you go. He's just said to me, I have quite a few friends up here. So he knows quite a few people up there, Jackie, as well. He's talking about that. He wants me to shout out bingo. So I don't know if you go bingo or you've got a memory of bingo or something. It's just said to me, just shout out bingo, shout out bingo. So there's something to bingo in the family or something. Okay. Margaret from Spirit wants to say hello to you as well. He's just sat on a bed, Jackie. Your other half just sat on a bed and he's bouncing up and down on it as if to say, these springs ain't much good. These springs ain't much good. So I don't know whether that's an actual memory, because these springs are making quite a noise as well. So watch for that if you're not aware of it. He's just talking about these springs in this bed. Oh, hang on. It might be a memory, Jackie, because he's took me. Do you need a new bed? Okay. He's just taken me to a great big kind of iron bed, Jackie. So I don't know if this is coming to a memory for you as well. Proper kind of old-fashioned iron bed, almost like Victorian, with a springy mattress on it that's making a lot of creaking noises as we bounce up and down on it. He's having a bit of a giggle. Now he wants me to give you a pint of something. What is that? I don't know what this is. He's giving you a pint. I thought he was going to give you Mackerson or Guinness, but he's changed it. He's calling it a lager top, but I don't know what that is. Is it a lager with something in it? But he wants me to give you a pint of lager top or something like that. So I'll have to leave that with you because I don't quite understand that. Lager top. He says, I just want to mention Pete down here. Oh, right, okay. I just want to mention Pete down here. He's saying, he's not telling me why, but he knows of a Pete down here. He's just bringing that as well. Anything more? Do you remember Margaret? He says. Do you remember Margaret? She's here. And also the name May will mean something, but also the month of May will mean something to you as well, Jackie. He's bringing that in as well. He's lovely. He's just said to me, can you tell her I love her? Can you tell her I love her? I'm not all for this all sloppiness on here, but he's just said to me, can you tell her I love her? She talks to me a lot, he's saying. She talks to me. Okay, then. All right. So he's mentioning those two names as well. She talks to me a lot. I don't know if you send your prayers up like this. You do a lot of this, Jackie, because he's making me do this as well. But he says, oh, she talks to me a lot. I just want to let her know that I am listening. He just made me laugh because he says, I listen more here than I did when I was down there, he says. Bring back that smile, he says. Bring back that smile, he's saying. Bring back that smile. Nice things coming up, he's saying. Nice things coming up. Nice things happening around Christmas, he's saying. Nice things happening around Christmas gatherings, he's talking about gatherings. And also, he did give me Australia with you, but he's also changed it to New Zealand. So I don't know if there's two links there. Oh, there is. Hang on a minute, Jackie. He's just said to me, somebody can't make up their mind between Australia and New Zealand. So I don't know quite what's going on there. But someone can't make up their mind between New Zealand or Australia. So I'll leave that bit with you. Anything else? Have a Bailey's on me. But somebody besides you, I don't think it's for you, Jackie, but somebody around you likes Bailey's, because he's just said to me, can you tell them to have a Bailey's on me? So whoever it is, your sister or whoever likes the Bailey's, have a Bailey's on me, he's saying. And just before he goes, he just wants to give you a whoopee cushion as a memory. So one of those whoopee cushions that make a noise when you sit on them, you know what I mean? He just wants me to give you one of those as a memory. And he's going, I think. All right, he's going now. Blowing your kiss. But yours is like a lovely kiss. It's like a one. You know what I mean? A one kiss. It's lovely. So that's what he's leaving you with, this one kiss. Okay, so I'll leave that with you. Let's see where we're going next. Where are we going next then? Oh, Arthur. I've got Arthur here. Somebody just said to me, it's Arthur. It's Arthur. So I've got a lovely gentleman called Arthur here. Clement. You can't take an Arthur, can you, Rob, in spirit? Because he's just mentioned your surname. Unless there's another Clement on here or Clements on here. But Arthur in spirit wants to speak to somebody. Now, he just mentioned Rob's surname, something like Clements or something like that. So if anybody could take lovely Arthur in spirit. He says, I am a dad, but I'm coming as a granddad. So it's somebody's granddad that's coming through called Arthur, and he's lovely. And I know at one stage he had a tash because he's putting a tash on me. So this lovely granddad at one stage had a tash, and he's actually combing it. He's combing it to make it nice and straight. So if anybody could take this lovely granddad in spirit that at one stage had the tash, and you know what he's doing? He's just took a pint of I don't know what it is, beer or Guinness or whatever, and he's got the foam from the top of the beer. I don't know what you call it. I think you call it foam, and he's got it on his tash. This granddad has. So if anybody can take him, liked a bit of a pint, but got at one stage got this foam on top of his tash, let me know. It's funny because I think he gave this pint to either his grandchild or his daughter or something like that, and she ended up with a bit of a tash as well. He's concentrating now on tashes as a result of pints. This granddad is having a bit of a giggle, but he's also, I don't know what he's doing with these pints. I keep having to talk about pints at the moment because what he's doing, he's got this lovely pint of whatever, and he is drawing faces in the froth at the top of this pint, having a bit of a giggle. He's in a pub and he's just drawing faces in this pint. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's black. It's like Mackerson or Guinness or something. So if anybody could take a lovely granddad that liked his Mackerson or Guinness, that used to do things like that, his name, great granddad Arthur. No wonder he give your name, Robert. Do you understand the connection with the froth on the top and somebody getting it over their mouth? Rob, you know what I mean. He's talking about that. Guinness, yes, I think this is for you. This is very unusual, but he did give me your surname, which threw me, and I said to him, really, I've got to go to Rob. So it must be for you, Rob. You must know it. Yes, it's for Rob, he's saying. It's for Rob. The first thing he's doing with you, Rob, is watch yourself coming downstairs because he doesn't want you slipping. All right. So what is coming downstairs? It's not a big fall. It's like, you know, when we slip a couple of steps and land on our bum. The first thing he's talking about is watch yourself coming down the stairs, son, he says. Watch yourself. All right. Coming down the stairs. He's also talking about... No, he's suddenly stopped. Oh, hang on. Oh, right, okay. He's talking about a trim, Robert. He's just said to me, a trim. Somebody needs a trim. Somebody needs to go to the barbers, he's saying. Somebody needs to go to the barbers. And you know what he's doing? He's cutting hair, and it's like a marine cut at the back. I'm having to shave my head at the back. And he's having a bit of a giggle. He's now going to your shoes. I think he's taking the mitt wrong. He's going to your shoes, and he's giving them a good polish. Oh, that's it then. He's giving your shoes a good polish. And what he's doing at the same time, Robert, is taking you out of, and I'm calling you Robert, so I don't know if he called you Robert because I don't normally, but he's taking you out of your trainers. He's shoving the trainers to one side. Oh, God. I don't know if your trainers smell a little bit or something, Robert, but he's actually gone. He's picked them up and he's gone through them to one side, and he's put you in nicer shoes, and he's polishing them a little bit, polishing your shoes a little bit. Now he's just changed because he's just said, now this is for a reason. He's saying, now this is for a reason, Rob, because you're going to need nice shoes. Nice shoes, he's saying, because you'll be going somewhere. He's described it as an outing. You'll be going on an outing, but this is a dressy up outing, he's saying. This is a dressy up outing. Oh, hang on. Oh, I don't know if you're going to get... I'll tell you what he's just said to me, Robert. Best man. Best man. So I don't know if he means you're going to be a best man or get invited to be a best man, Robert. But he's bringing that in and putting the shoe polish on your shoes for you as well. Stop wearing your shoes in the house. So I don't know if somebody's been wearing their shoes in the house. He's just shouted, stop wearing your shoes in the house. Stop wearing your shoes in the house, he's saying. There's a trip to America. Now, he's not telling me it's you. He's just said to me, his words are, there's a trip to Australia in the offing for somebody. Oh, did I change that? Did I say Australia, Robert? Because I meant to say America. He must have changed that. Sorry. So he knows what's going on. Because I nearly said America, and I think I've changed it. Sometimes I don't know what they're doing to me. Sorry. Did they change it to Australia? I'm getting confused because I'm trying to think where I said. You know where I said. Whatever I said, there's a trip going there, because sometimes Spirit will change my words, and I don't know what I'm on about. But there's a trip there. What are you talking about now? Oh, he's watched somebody. Oh, right. Okay. I don't know what happened there then, Robert. You'll work it out. I'll tell you what he's doing. He's spraying deodorant under my arm, spraying the deodorant, but I'm going, ouch, ouch, that stung. So he's obviously watched somebody that's had this issue with the deodorant. Ouch, ouch, that stung. He's having a bit of a laugh about that as well. Oh, he says he wanted to pop in because you've obviously mentioned him recently, Rob, and he's heard you mention him. And he wanted to pop in and say hello. Yes, we're still here, he's saying. You've got quite a big family in the spirit world, he says. Okay, you've got quite a big family in the spirit world, and they want to let you know. And they're here for you. He's just saying something else. There's changes coming up on the horizon, and that's exactly what he said. There are changes coming up on the horizon. This is to do with work, not big changes, but he's calling them tweaks. So there's something going on in your work that needs tweaking, that's going to be tweaked a little bit. And he's talking about it will be to your advantage. So I don't know what it is, Robert. It'll be to your advantage, he's saying. Give yourself some more credit, he's saying, because you do. These are his words. I'm just repeating them, by the way. Give yourself more credit, Rob, he's saying, because you do a lot for other people. And we in spirit know that sometimes you don't get thanked for it. He's just said to me, it's an ungrateful job sometimes. It's an ungrateful job sometimes, he's saying. But we in spirit know the truth. So give yourself some credit. You work far harder than people give you credit for. That's what he's just said. Okay. You work far harder than people give you credit for. So give yourself some credit. And these are his words again. I am going to see to it that you have time for yourself, to concentrate on yourself. And he's maybe keep saying that, I am going to see to it. I am going to see to it that you've got time for yourself. And before he goes, I don't know whether this is just symbolic, or you play golf, or you play that putty thing. You know what I mean? What's it called? Crazy golf. But he's giving you one of those, a putty or a putter, whatever it's called, to play golf with. Or I think it's more of a relaxation thing that he's giving to you. Very proud we are, Rob. Very proud in spirit. You'll do well. I know I'll tell people that we were talking about this fundraising thing that Rob's doing for the church, but your granddad is making a reference to that you're going to do very well. All right. So watch for that then. So hopefully the funds will come in for you, Rob, and you'll be able to do the church. Anything more? He says, I just wanted to come. Okay. He means you and everybody else. Of course he does. He's very proud, very proud. He's going to go now. He's just saying, I just wanted to pop it. And he's kind of almost wandering off, like really proud. He's sticking his chest out. And I'll tell you how he's walking. He's walking like Charlie Chaplin as he's wandering off. You know what I mean? Like waddling like this. It's really funny. He's lovely. He's got a lovely, lovely way about him, Rob. He's really nice. He's very protective of you as well. So I hope that was okay for you. That was nice for you to get a message. I don't know whether I've finished yet or not. You'll have to tell me whether I'm okay or whether I've finished. I don't know what time I'm supposed to finish. Is that it? Brilliant message for Rob. Great evening. Thank you, Team Thundersley. I don't know whether I finished or not. Have I, Rob, or do I have time for one more? One more? Okay, let's see who we've got. One more. It's hard to tell on here because I forget the time. Right, who have we got now? Oh, now I've got a little girl with me now. A little one. How old are you? Now she's showing me South 5 or 6, but I don't go much on ages because I'm rubbish unless they exactly tell me. But she looks 5 or 6 of me. But she's calling herself Angel, so I'm not sure whether her name was Angel or she was called Mommy's Little Angel. Mommy's Little Angel. So a lovely little girl, but she's very ill. She's holding a teddy, actually. She's got a teddy. Now she's with her grandma. She's been up Spirit quite a while. She's not new to Spirit. She's just telling me she's an old hand, but I think it's a nan telling her to say that. So I've got a lovely little girl, 5 or 6, talking about being with a grandma in Spirit, mentioning the name Angel. Okay, talking about that, and talking about her mommy, who is still down here. She's talking about her mommy. Now she's holding a teddy. Now she tells me that she was buried with a teddy. All right, so this little girl that I've got with me has got a little tiny, it's not a very big teddy, it's only a little one that you could hold in your hands like this. So she was buried with a little teddy. So I don't know if anybody can take her on here, or anybody knows of somebody that lost a little girl that was buried with a teddy as well. She's in a lovely little dress, a lovely kind of pinky kind of dress, almost a bit like a party dress, but she's in a lovely little dress. And she's also talking about a tutu as well. So I don't know if she liked her dancing, whether that's symbolic, or she used to have a little tutu. She says, my mummy's here, my mummy's here. So her mummy must be still down here. Perhaps she's just popping in then to say hello in preparation. I don't want to make this fit, but she's just said to me, I'm popping in preparation. So I don't know whether she's practicing with me for somebody later on. But if anybody can take it, because I know people watch on catch up, let me know. I mean, she's with her nan at the moment. She's also got a granddad in there as well. So we've got a granddad with her as well, and a nan and a little girl as well. But it's important because somebody will know her because of this being buried with a teddy bear. She's talking to me about that. Oh, hang on. And she also liked her little handbags as well, because she's putting on me a little kind of cross handbag, a little pink one. And she's going into this little handbag. I've got to tell you, I don't know if anybody can take it, but somebody might be able to. But she wants me to tell everybody. She's got this little handbag here. And it's a little shiny one. She's making me speak almost like a child. And I've got all my little bitties in it. I've got all my bits in it. And she's pulling out little things like, you know, when the kids have pretend gemstones, like crafty kind of gemstones. She's pulling out those. She's got all these little gemstones in there, and she's got a little tiny weeny, looks like a teddy necklace or a teddy little brooch or something in this handbag. She's also got a little handkerchief in there as well. Now, hang on a minute. Now, she's pulling out this hanky. I know nobody can take it, so I hope you don't mind, because she wants me to give it. So I expect that somebody may well watch that, or somebody might jog somebody's memory, or maybe she's just here to pop in. But she's pulled out a handkerchief, and on the handkerchief, it's got the initial M for Mike, M on it. So she's linked with an M, because she's just pulled that out as well. She's also got a little dog with her in spirit, a real dog, a little tiny dog, a bit like a little Shih Tzu type thing. No, she's definitely a little girl that's coming through, Karen, because she's nattering away quite happily. That's why I haven't stopped, because she's just nattering to me. So there must be a reason for me doing this. But she's got a little dog with her in spirit. It looks like a bit of a Shih Tzu. Did you, Dee? It's very strange, isn't it? So perhaps she's coming for you then to say hello to you, Dee. It might just be that she's, you know, kind of a friend for you, Dee. So I'm going to leave it at that. But she's lovely. You can't, once they come through, even if nobody could take it, I always think you should give it off, because you never know. They're coming through for a reason, even if it's, I know spirits sometimes come in because they want to be nosy and they just want to chat and see what's going on. But this little girl's gives some quite good information. So she's for somebody, or she's just sussing us all out. So we'll say ta-ra to you. Say ta-ra to you. I'm just talking to her. Say ta-ra to you. Okay, so we'll leave it with that then, Rob, because I think she's finished it off nicely. Whoever she was wanted to pop in.
Oh,
So I'll leave it with that.
Bless her. Thank you, Deb. Lovely evening, and especially for me. Thank you so much for that. That's really beautiful.
That's all right.
We've got Frank's cards for the week, and then we'll come back for a closing prayer, if that's all right.
Okay.
Thanks, Deb. All right, friends. Good evening. Welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight at Thundersley. Lovely evening there with Deb, and not just because I got a message, but she did a great job this evening for us, as she always does. So our regulars will know that Frank from our church draws 3 of his animal cards each week, because we can't get round to everyone in the evening. So hopefully you can take something from these cards coming up in this clip. So let's see what Frank's got for us this week.
Good evening. Our first crystal this evening is the rose quartz. With that goes the card for the dove. The dove brings a sense of hope, of peace and innocence. Dove is all about the beginning of new emotional experience, be that romantic or platonic. Even the rebirth or birth of an idea or a venture. It is also a signal of the awakening of spiritual gifts and insight, and many other new things in our life. The dove is the universal sign of peace and love, and it is closely related to that. The symbolism of love and romance is so closely connected with the dove, and we see the dove on our card here with her wings spread. She's almost begging you to come to her for a hug. What more could you want? It was also, in spiritual terms, the dove that brought the olive branch to Noah on the ark, signaling that there was land re-emerging. And when we look at this card, we see water gently trickling over the edge into a pool of calm and peace below. Very much symbolic of life, things around us gently changing and bringing about calm where there has been turbulence in our lives. We see the new fruit ripening on the trees, all a sign of new beginnings. And again on this card we see the butterfly, which we now know is always a symbol of transformation, a symbol of times moving on and new ventures and new times ahead. I feel that's a good card, that, and I hope you've liked it. Our second crystal is the amethyst, and with that goes the card for the dragonfly. This card is all about change and understanding one's emotions and controlling one's thoughts and seeing the magic of life. In life, changes will happen. while how you deal with those situations is vitally important. The way in which you think about them might be even more so important. If you perceive things as negative and harmful, if you perceive them like that, they will likely make you even more unhappy than you already were, and depression may set in. And it can be more difficult to bounce back from that situation. However, if you can remember that heaven loves you and always has only the highest intention for you, then it's a lot easier to recover from these situations and move forward and try to focus on positive solutions. The dragonfly is a very special insect. They live their lives partly in water and partly in the air, symbolising a brilliant mix of emotion and intellect. Their flying ability is unique. They can not only move forward and backwards, but they can also hover rather like a helicopter. Because, unlike other insects, their wings can move independent of each other. You can be like the dragonfly. You can choose to remain in a holding position and stay where you are, or you can move in reverse and backtrack on things. Or if you like, you can make a very life-changing choice and move forward. Dragonflies ask that you believe in the magic of life, rather than focusing upon the bumps in the road along the path. Dragonfly has been around on Earth for a very long time, over 150 million years, and it was here before the dinosaurs. It has evolved very little in that time, apart from getting perhaps somewhat smaller. And that tells us that we should not change things for the sake of change. But if there are things that need fixing, things that need dealing with, then we should grasp hold of them and make those changes that are necessary. And our third crystal is the citrine. With that goes the card for the magpie. This card tells you that a situation maybe is not what it appears to be. It warns you of the need to look for a better solution to a problem, or the loss of something valuable. Things aren't always as they appear. So because of that, even the best laid plans can sometimes fail to succeed. Time will bring clarity in most situations, but the magpie can give you a head up right now that your plans require another look at. Think of the time you will save and the energy if you do it now. Magpies also indicate that your current situation might cost you something important. That could be something material, a possession, something valuable, or maybe something less material, like peace of mind. The key to avoiding such loss is to be alert and be aware of the result of your actions, and also be aware of what others may be doing behind your back. Magpies are beautiful and fascinating birds. They're also rather unpredictable. Therefore, the symbolism can vary. Some will see them as a symbol of good fortune, and we would argue that this card we have tonight brings a message that is positive rather than negative, and says its purpose is to help you get on the right track and be successful. Because magpies are scavengers who like shiny objects, they're also known for taking small items that sparkle into their nests. The whistle in our nest here is the magpie's symbol from heaven, alerting you to take a look at your current plans. Are you being distracted by something? And it's time for you to focus much more closely. But when we look at the magpie on our card, we see in his beak he holds a key. This tells us that we hold the key to our future. Nobody else, just us. And it asks that we take hold of the key, unlock our future, and go forward and reap success from our ventures. Three very good cards there tonight. I particularly love the magpie. I think the symbolism is so important. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Frank. Okay, friend, let's bring the service to a close tonight. We'll go back to Deb for a closing prayer, and then I'll play out the closing Vesper, Grant us thy peace. Thank you, Deb.
Divine Spirit, now that our service is drawing to a close, we thank everybody here for coming and thank our friends in the spirit world for showing us again that life is eternal. We ask a blessing on each and every one of us here today and the families which they represent. May they go away safe in the knowledge that their loved ones are with them always. Amen.
Well, big thank you to Deb for tonight's service. Always lovely to have you with us, Deb. So thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you to our medium in church as well. That was Amanda Jane Wilson tonight. Hope you had a great time in church with our congregation there. Thank you to Donna for chairing in church tonight. Thank you to Peter for the Bible reading. And thank you to Frank for your cards, as always. Thank you everyone here for joining us tonight and watching. It's a real pleasure to be with you, and really hope you can join us next week at 6:30 again for another service. But until then, have a great week and take care. Good night.